Good morning, guys. So I told you that I was going to follow up with this story, and so I'm back here at the access road to Twin Coves Beach. And I just want to shout out our MP, Mr. Hank Johnson, as well as the local authorities here in Governor's Harbor, because after information was spreading about the situation out here and the obstructions to the public access road, they really sprang into action. And so as you can see, the obstructions have been mostly dealt with. There's still a post to be removed, and also the coconut trees that were planted in the middle of the road, as you can see, they have been uprooted because they were illegally put there. So we're happy to see that our elected officials are taking the job seriously, and that they are being decisive, and that we're actually getting things done. It's really good to see that. And I'm thinking that if this can continue, Eleuthera can really move forward, and we can see some positive growth and progress in our communities and for our people. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to update you really quickly so that you can see that you know, things were done, steps have been taken, and I understand that they still have some work to do out here. So yeah, I'm just glad to see that something has been done. And I kid you not, in less than 24 hours after that information was circulating, in less than 24 hours they were able to get into action and rectify this issue, this situation. Morning, guys. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, go back and click my previous video, watch that, and then you can come back and watch this one. It'll make a lot more sense. But yeah, go back and watch my previous video so you would understand what this was all about. Also, if you're interested, the owners of the property, they did respond. They left a comment on my previous video, so if you would like to see what they had to say about the situation and their position on it, you can go back, click that video, and it'll be in the comments section. Okay, so you would just see what their position was. I'm going to briefly comment on what the writer had to say. Okay, so one of the first things that the writer says in their comments is that they want to address the attacks on them. Okay, so I just want to stop right there, and because I wasn't sure what they meant by the attacks on them. We were shedding light on a situation that was happening in our community. So that's not attacking you. That's not attacking you. So I'm not sure if if they were trying to suggest that they are somehow the victims in this situation. I cannot imagine that they would want to suggest that, because that would be completely ridiculous. But it seemed like possibly, you know, when you use rhetoric like attack, it seems like you're suggesting that, you know, maybe you were a victim. I just want to clarify that the only victims in this situation were the members of the community. They're the only victims in this. Secondly, they also mentioned that they didn't really know that they were out of order, and that they're nice people, and that they wouldn't mean to do that, and that's all fine and good. I don't know these people, you know, so I cannot speak to their character, because that's not the issue. But the reality is, this is not an isolated incident. This has been going on for decades. A lot of nice people come to Eleuthera and do the exact same thing. Okay, it can't be that no one knows that they're out of order. But like I said, you can draw your own conclusions when you read the comment. Like I say, nice people or not, that has nothing to do with this situation. Okay, so lastly, the writer mentioned that, to their understanding, they actually owned that road. That was not a public road, that they owned that road, and that quite frankly they only left a little slither of a pathway for you to walk past, as you know, they were just being nice by doing that, basically. That's what they thought. They were just being nice and leaving a little footpath for people to walk past. Okay, I'm going to speak for myself and everyone else, because I can't speak for them. I can't speak for the owners of the property. But if it were me, and I believed wholeheartedly that I owned that road and that was a part of my property, and I was going through the trouble of putting up a fence and a gate, okay, I would have put that fence and gate all the way to the edge of my property. That's what people do when they have a piece of property and they're fencing it in, or putting up a gate, whatever. It goes to the edge of their property. So I find it interesting that they were of the understanding that they owned that piece of land, but then they didn't carry the gate all across. It only stopped in the middle of the road. You can draw your own conclusions. Like I said, you can go ahead, click on my previous video and read the comment and draw your own conclusions. But yeah, that's really neither here nor there. We're just glad that the situation was dealt with, and we hope that this is a cautionary tale for all others in the future.